Hey friends on the internet, it's Virtualee and we're back with another project renovation, and today we're actually doing Nancy and Bob's home. And this is kind of a unique type of renovation because I didn't do too much to it in that I loved a lot of the features that the house already kind of reflected and had, and I kept a lot of those pieces and then I worked around those pieces and tweaked like wall colors, floor colors, added some more flowers and maybe some updated decor items to make the place kind of fresher and newer. So literally it's a fresh coat of paint and some odds and ends here and there, but not much is changing in the pancake home, and I kind of dig it because it'll give you kind of that reference and that anchoring in you know, the neighborhood has changed quite a bit, but some of the staples have stayed the same. So I hope you guys enjoy it. For my new friends that are watching, this is their very first reno video on my channel. We're doing a project right now. We're renovating all of Willow Creek, and once we've renovated the entire world, I'm going to upload this save so that you can download it and play with it on your end. And the hope is that we can go through all of the worlds and renovate everything from home lots to public venues, so that you guys can have a brand new save to play with every time we finish a world. So that's the game plan. I hope you enjoy the colors that we choose. My style of decorating is very consistent, I guess you would say. I just like kind of the feminine chic type of decor, so most of my homes have that spice to it, so hope you like it. So the developers of The Sims 4 streamed the Jungle Adventures last weekend, and I don't know if any of you had a chance to see it. I actually was listening to it on the background while I'm taking some online drawing classes. Actually had them on silence while I listened to my professors teach this week, so I cheated, and that's probably not a good thing, but I wanted to see what's going on in the world, and I guess I should have listened to it, and maybe if I have another opportunity. I've just been really busy with everything, but I wanna hear the commentary and hear some of the features. I got to see some stuff like bees swarming. I got to see how they summoned the skeleton and how they're only there for a little bit. I got to see some of the cantina area. Got to see them hike. I don't think I saw the temple necessarily, but I got to see some of the Create a Sim items. Everything looks like a lot of fun. I like the fact that they're bringing new harvestables and new foods to the game via this game pack. Oh, and I really like the archaeology aspect to all of this. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how sustainable it's gonna be. Is it gonna be like Granite Falls, where, you know, we visit it every once in a while? Like, I visited it much more this year because I'm doing the Merklin challenge. If you don't know what the Merklin challenge is, I highly recommend it. A friend of mine, Brenna Can Sims, created that challenge, and it has 2 main challenges, and then it has 2 or 3 side challenges, and I recommend those as well. I already completed the first challenge, and I'm doing one of the side challenges right now, and it requires you to go to Granite Falls, and so I've literally have explored more of Granite Falls than I ever have because of this challenge. So I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where you visit it for a couple times and then you're kind of over it, but I am kind of excited about the Create a Sim items that come with it and the buy build mode stuff, so that's going to be really neat. So anyway, if you haven't checked out the stream, you actually can go to Twitch. They still have it there that you can revisit it and rewatch it and, you know, go from there. But anyway, yeah, I mentioned I'm taking some drawing classes and I'm really enjoying that. I'm actually doing more realism classes. I didn't think I would like that genre of drawing. I used to dabble in drawing back in the day when I was in, I think the first time I had an art class was in 8th grade, and I really enjoyed it then. Didn't think I had any inkling of talent in that area until that class, and then I stopped drawing for a little bit, and then in college I picked it up just a little bit, nothing to write home about, and then I'm back at it again. So it's fits and starts with me. I get in these grooves, like I'll binge a bunch of books because then I'm all into about reading books, and then I'll binge, you know, singing or music or some instrument, because I'm into that. I go in spurts. I'm never like consistent with one thing. So that is not a good personality trait in my opinion. But right now I'm binging art, really enjoying learning it. It's therapeutic for me. I find that it's kind of like unwind time, when I'm in it, I'm not really thinking about anything at all. And it's really hard to shut your brain. I think we talked about this last week. It's really hard to come home and just flip your brain on off and not think about all the things that are pending at work, all the things that are pending in your private life, and, good or bad or indifferent. You just want to shut off. Just for a spell, 2 or 3 hours, and art does that for me. I'm going to share couple of pieces that I'm kind of proud of. I don't think they're Picasso or anything like that. Rembrandt, I don't think I'll ever be there, but again, it's just been a very fun process for me, and I like sharing what I do with my friends on the internet, so I'll share it with you now. I hope you guys like it. The first one is a drawing of a black and white portrait that I found as reference that I try to mimic, and this is the result. And then the other one is a picture of my nephew that I took and tried to recreate, and really enjoy the likeness of it, so I'm kind of proud of it. I'm trying now to learn how to draw with color, draw kind of digital portraits, I guess what I'm going for is like the digital oil painting look. But I tried on Saturday night, and granted, I had a couple of wines in me, so that probably wasn't helping the scenario. But I tried to draw a color portrait, and it was so awful that I named the piece Crap with a bunch of A's in the middle because it was that bad. It was so horrible. But anyway, I have a couple of skill tree teachers queued that hopefully I'll learn some tips and tricks to get that part of it down and at least working. My problem is that the colors all smudged together and I can't make any sense of it after that, and it's just a bad time for everyone. I actually really enjoy this one YouTuber I found. I've been binging his content for the last 3 weeks. His name is Jaza. Draw with Jaza is the name of his channel. His real name is Josiah Brooks. He does more comic book style drawings, but he is hilarious, and he actually has a video game Let's Play on there, which is a mobile app that is centered around creating art, and the pieces that you draw in the game actually become portraits in the game that you digitally have to sell to some of the NPCs in the game, which was really interesting. But anyway, he takes on this French persona, and it's absolutely hysterical. He has one of the series, it's 3 acts, where it's the original tune in the mobile game, and the developers of the game liked his rendition so much that they actually have a Jaza avatar that you can play with in game now that they developed afterwards. And he actually has another season of, it's called Passport. Anyway, you'll see it on his channel, Draw with Jaza. Gosh, why does that sound so weird when I say it? Good Lord. But anyway, he actually takes on this French persona, and it's so hilarious. His sense of humor is so similar to mine. So if you guys enjoy my antics on my Let's Plays, you'll really love him. And he draws like it nobody's business. Like, he does more comic book style, but it's really good. And what I love about his talent is that he can literally create art with anything. He has an entire playlist on drawing challenges where he draws with old school supplies, and he draws with trash, or he makes art with trash, or he does virtual reality art, and he can make art out of literally anything, traditional and non-traditional. So it's really neat to watch. Some of the other drawing YouTubers that I'm really into right now is Draw with WIFF Waffles. She's younger, but she has kind of art that I would eventually like to create, which is all just really feminine art. I don't know if that's a thing, but it's like a lot of female cartoons doing different fun things, and I just kind of really gravitate towards that type of drawing. And then the other one that I'm into is gel arts. She is in college right now, and her art is really neat. And Bailey J. And she does a lot of also feminine art, which I absolutely love. She does a lot of princesses. Her thing is like Disney type of drawing, which is really neat as well. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to see all the different types of things that you can see on YouTube outside of just the gaming world, and that inspires me. I'm also really into bullet journaling, so I watch a lot of the the top bullet journalists in the YouTube platform as well. So that's what's going on there. So I made quiche today, and it was a little bit on the salty side, but I'm going to put the recipe in the description down below if you guys are interested. It's really, really yummy, and it's really, really, really simple and super healthy. So what it is, it's just, I actually used real eggs in the recipe. So I substituted the evaporated milk for real milk, and the substitute egg for real egg, and I think it tastes a little bit better, but it's literally like 4 or 5 ingredients. It's the egg. You glaze the onions, the green onions, with a little bit of olive oil. You put cubed ham in a pie shell, and then you whip the eggs, and you put mozzarella cheese in there, and then you put a little bit of salt and pepper, season it a little bit, and then you dump it into your pie shells. It actually gives you enough to do 2 pie shells worth of quiche. And then you drop some of that glazed green onion on top and some Parmesan cheese, and that is it. And then you put it in the oven. You put it in for 20 minutes at 325 heat, and then you raise the heat after 20 minutes to 350 for another 30 minutes, and then you let it sit for like 10-20 minutes till it cools so the egg can set, and you're done. Like, it was so simple and so good. I recommend it. So if you like quiche, recipes in the description down below. Have at it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've done for like food. I'm trying to do 1 recipe a week, and that was my recipe for the week. I didn't think my husband would like it, but he actually asked for seconds, so that means it's a good recipe. So check it out if you like to cook as well. In the bullet journal world, I pulled a bullet journal prompt this week, and it states, who in the world inspires me and what did I learn from them? I still don't know how to answer that question because I feel like a lot of people inspire me. Like, I know you guys inspire me, and my family inspires me, and my watching my nephew's curiosity of the world and just unrestrained joy about life inspires me. He actually sent me a little video on Valentine's Day, and he says I love you really cutely. He says I blubble you. So he sent me and Jason a video, and it was like, Auntie Lily, Uncle Jershon, I blubble you. And then he starts eating a lollipop. So he inspires me every day. I love hearing from him and his beautiful little voice. My mom and dad inspire me. My dad is 78 years old, and he runs circles around me, and he is probably one of the smartest guys I know. And I mean, he's actually been drawing most of his life, and as he's retired, he's been doing more drawings, and I think that's inspired me to tap into a little bit of my talent as well. People that I work with that surround me daily inspire me to do the right thing and be better. And so my husband, like, his support of my little bitty channel, and his support of, like, every time I tell him, seriously, you can thank him for me not quitting sooner, because every time I tell him, I really don't think that I'm really, motivating people out there or entertaining people out there. I think I'm gonna call it quits or whatever. And he's like, no, don't do it, and this is why. So he in so many ways inspires me. He's such a responsible person, and he's so fun and funny, and just an incredible motivator. And even in my little hobbies, like me drawing now, for Valentine's Day, he got me this little mini tablet, so that I can be portable and draw digitally wherever I go if I wanted to. And that speaks so much about his character and about his desire to support anything that I'm into, and I just feel so lucky to have him as a husband. So I mean, I guess there's not one person that inspires me is what I'm trying to say. Like I said, you guys inspire me every day, every time I talk to you, every time you give me tips and tricks for different things that I haven't really explored in the game. And, you know, and you inspire stories and you inspire challenges. And what don't you inspire? You inspire me to be a better person as well. So anyway, I thought it was pretty neat. And I have this envelope in the back of my bullet journal with about 50 plus different journal prompts, and I get to pull one out every week and I get to write about it. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because I think it was a cool thing to reflect on, and it was a really cool conclusion that not one person inspires me, but a lot of people do. I hope I do the same for some people out there, even if it's just one, you know? That would mean the world to me. Yeah, so I apologize for not being able to get a video out to you guys, but I've been really busy with work, and then of course I added on some extra crap in my life with these drawing classes, and I felt pressed for time, and I didn't want to just put anything out there to put anything out there. I like to give you guys somewhat quasi good content for you to view, although I will say that my live action video was pretty crappy because I don't have the equipment for it, but I tried, and I didn't want to put another crappy thing out there for you guys to see. Crappy is the word of the day if you haven't noticed. But anyway, I hope you guys really enjoy this build. I know, again, it's super simple, but I really like the pancakes home the way it was, and there really isn't that much of a difference, but I think that the things that we did do really make the house pop even more. So again, if you guys want to download it now before the save is uploaded as a whole, you absolutely can download it now and play around with it at your discretion, or you can wait until the entire world is done and then upload it in one kit and caboodle. You know, you do you. That's all I gotta say about the matter. I appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy the before and afters. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.